El siguiente espacio es un programa pagado y las opiniones emitidas en el mismo no representan la opinión de CBBA Radio ni de sus patrocinadores.
Hello and welcome to Your Health Naturally. I'm your host, Lilibeth Andre, naturopath and pranic healer with Healthy Balance here in Houston, Texas. Last week we had a visit by Maria Gracia, who spoke to us about astrology and our health. Her visit was very interesting, and if you would like to know more about her work, you can watch her show, El Universo en Tus Manos, on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. here on CBBA Radio. And if you missed the episode, you can find it on our YouTube channel. You can also register while you're there, and that way we can notify you whenever we have new uploads. Today I get to introduce a new holistic anti-aging tip for you, and this tip is love. As the song says, love is a many-splendored thing. Love can be unconditional, and when reciprocal, we can create a relationship in which love can be very beneficial for us. Plato taught that there are three types of love: eros, philia, and agape. Eros was the god of love, Cupid as we know him as well. This love is a form of idealized love. It is the ecstasy of passion at the beginning of a relationship. The passion and the physical attraction are the motor forces of this love. It doesn't last long term. It exists conditionally depending on the circumstances that favor it. This love is erotic, instinctive, connected to impulses, to sexuality, to passion, and to sensuality as it searches for pleasure and play. Philia is the love we feel for the human gender in general. It is the love that joins people in community. This love is loyal towards friends, family, and our clan. It takes us to sharing and taking into consideration the personality, emotions, and intellect of other people. It is love that values ideals and searches for meaning beyond individualism or couples. This love takes us to unite for sacred goals and objectives. So if the first love could be the new love of a couple, this second love would be the love of a family or a community or a group or a team. Agape love is an altruistic love. It is a love we give unconditionally. This love is compassionate. It's attentive, kind, and careful. It is a love without interest and finds its pleasure in giving to other people. It is a love of surrender, in love, with tenderness, and with the desire of well-being for the other person. This is a love that would be likened to something of the work related to what Mother Teresa had done, Gandhi, and other folks that give back to the community, give back to the world, give back to others in a big way without selfishness. And what is this physical benefit of love? The most important thing about love, speaking physically, is that love produces oxytocin. This hormone is emitted, for example, when we touch a loved one. It also includes when we pet our pets. It can have beneficial effects in our life as well. Pets can also help us avoid loneliness. So we have and understand many examples when pets are used to bring company to someone, and that connection to the pet is the same and similar love effect that we have when we're in love with someone else, or that we have holding hands or hugging. It's the same type of effect. Studies showed that oxytocin increases with the frequency of sexual activity, but we also produce it when we're having a good time with friends or loved ones. And the more loving the relationship, the more oxytocin we can produce. It was also observed that loneliness increases high blood pressure, so this would be an opposite effect. Studies showed that the feeling of being connected to other people lowered blood pressure, and it could cause de-stressing and increased immunity. It also diminished pain and increased the energy level. Oxytocin also reduced fears and anxiety. That's why people who fall in love tend to do great things in the name of love. These effects also help us become more alert. They increase our understanding and our common sense, helping us to learn from other people and the circumstances around us. They can keep us alert and perceptive and help us in responding perhaps in a more creative or innovative way. A stable relationship has been observed to have better results than a new relationship. Although the new relationship can be stimulating and passionate, it also tends to be stressful and unstable. The benefits of a stable relationship have focused on marriage, but the benefits have also been observed in any close and complete relationship, as could be with a partner, a parent, a friendship, or something close in that nature, in which one feels respected and valued by the other person. And having this feeling of completeness is what gives that benefit. And what have been the observed benefits? Well, it has been observed that people in stable relationships have less visits to the doctor, and visits to the hospital last less time. This could be because someone who cares for us is watching out for us, and that's a feeling that helps us motivate, not just emotionally, but perhaps physically as well. There is less depression and substance abuse, such as alcohol or drugs, in relationships where people are married or in lasting marriages. This is especially important in relationships with young adults because it could provide them the support they need to become more involved in a more complete relationship. High blood pressure goes down in couples who are happily married, followed by singles, and in third place are those in unhappy relationships. With this, it was proved that the quality of the relationship is more important than simply being married. What's more is that singles with strong social networks had similar blood pressure results as those in happy marriages. So you'll note that being in a positive relationship, whether it's a friendship or a marriage, is equally as important. Quality is the most important key. A new relationship can be stimulating because of the dopamine it generates, but it can be stressing too. This was observed in stable relationships that reduce areas that cause anxiety. Studies also showed that couples in happy relationships showed greater tolerance to pain. And the stronger the relationship, the greater the level of tolerance to this pain. So it's very interesting to note that the strength of the relationship can help us cope with physical pain in a better way. Couples in stable relationships also showed greater stress management. It is believed that this is due to having your couple support when you have to deal with emotional, physical, or economic impacts. And as a result of stress reduction, the couple in a loving relationship suffers from less stress, anxiety, and depression, which fortifies the immune system, and they get sick less. We're going to take a break and continue with our list.
inquietudes, miedos, preocupaciones y preguntas de temas de inmigración, no se preocupe, el programa Hablando de Leyes ha llegado para usted. Este espacio del abogado Cristóbal Galindo le ayudará con sus dudas de inmigración y todo tipo de temas jurídicos. Completamente en vivo todos los lunes a las 9 de la noche y sábados 11:30 de la mañana. No te olvides conectarte con nosotros aquí en cbbarradio.com. Sí, cbbarradio.com, Hablando de Leyes.
No dejes que tu evento solo sea local y quede en el olvido. CBBA Production te transmite a todo el mundo tu conferencia, certamen de belleza, quinceañeras o cualquier tipo de evento que tengas totalmente en vivo a través de Facebook, YouTube y cbbarradio.com. Te garantizamos los precios más accesibles de todo Houston. Para mayor información, llámanos al 281-745-4309 o escríbenos a info@cbbaproduction.com.
¿Has sufrido un accidente de auto? ¿Accidente de tráiler? ¿Te has lastimado en el trabajo? ¿Te explotó una llanta en Estados Unidos o México? Si dijiste sí a una de estas preguntas, entonces llámanos ya al 713-228-3030. 713-228-3030. El abogado de la raza Cristóbal Galindo te defenderá y te dará lo que tú mereces. Llámanos ya y tu cita será gratis. 713-228-3030. Y si no puedes venir, nosotros vamos hasta tu casa o hospital. El abogado en quien puedes confiar es Cristóbal Galindo, el abogado de la raza.
Hi, and welcome back. We're talking about love as a holistic anti-aging tip for health and emotional well-being. We're talking about the different physical benefits and health pluses that we can observe where we have a stable relationship, and this does not necessarily mean a marriage, but it could be a friendship, it could be any type of relationship where there is respect and support for each other. In other words, you can count on this individual, and you can have that stability that you need. So we have positive results, we have similar results, and we have less positive results in couples that don't get along so well. So we were talking about the different benefits, and we're going to mention here that the power of a happy relationship also measured the healing speed of surface wounds. So it was observed that wounds healed twice as fast as those in couples which demonstrated hostility towards each other. So there's an additional reason why love can help support your well-being and health, because it actually expedited the healing process in physical wounds. So that was very interesting. Research also showed that married people lived longer than those who were never married, and that was by up to 58%. It is said that that is due to practical benefits such as economics and support of children, but it has also been seen that a marriage thwards off loneliness, which is a great cause of mortality. And this is because married people live longer because they feel loved and connected to someone. So if you can find that level of connection to friends, family, or any type of individual on a supporting method, relationship, then you will be able to find that level of support as well. It can be obvious that the joy of living is the great benefit of love, but studies are just beginning to discover how strong a connection this can be and the complete health effects it can have on us. So research is just beginning, and I expect we'll be finding out more about the great benefits love has on us physically, emotionally, and mentally as well. Studies show that happiness depends more on the quality of the relationship than on the economic level, proving that the power of love is stronger than the power of money. And how do we improve our relationship so that we can have all these benefits? Well, for example, getting help when situations dealing with depression and anxiety would be helpful. This will help you feel better and will improve your relationship. because you will have the support that you need in these situations, and you will learn the ways that you can cope with them in a better way, and that helps you and your relationship work together. You can improve your communication and learn conflict management. You will learn to communicate and express yourself in a better way, and this will allow you to better support your partner and vice versa. So if you both work on learning new techniques on better communicating with each other and better participating and responding and reacting to certain things, then you'll be able to create a more positive way of behaving within the relationship, and you can work together on that between each other. Participate in activities that challenge and stimulate you and your partner regularly. These challenges can be outdoor activities or in social groups. These will bring you closer together. It's been observed that when couples or families or teams have to deal with challenging situations, the challenging is very difficult, it's very taxing, but in the long run, working together helps build a very strong bond between each one of the group members. And this bond helps support each other in a very, very close and connected relationship, and that is a bonus of working through difficult times together. Celebrate your mutual and independent successes. Many times our achievements are to reach a better situation to celebrate at home. The support and admiration of our partner is very important to help recognize our efforts and achievements. So helping your partner celebrate their achievements on an individual or family level are a big plus, because they begin to realize that they're appreciated and they're part of a group that recognizes their efforts. And that builds up on that connectivity that we like to feel in our relationships. And what about the spiritual benefits of love? We've seen that the benefits of love have been observed in studies that measure the physical and emotional aspects. But what about the spiritual benefits? Well, to measure these benefits, we should consider 4 very important aspects for our spiritual development. First, there is the relationship with our family, then our relationship with other human beings. Next, there is the relationship with ourselves, and then there is our relationship with God. It's been said that being united creates strength, and when we unite as a family to support each other for love, especially during difficult times, we don't just shine as a family, but we fortify that union. The family is the principal nucleus from which we come. The power of family produces strong children that support each other and produce elements that are healthy and loved. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
No te preocupes, la tranquilidad que tú necesitas, el abogado Cristóbal Galindo te la puede dar. Él te defenderá sin miedo, capaz de llegar hasta la corte más importante de Estados Unidos.
Si usted se encuentra con un problema migratorio, llámame 713-228-3030. La primera cita siempre es gratis y me da un orgullo servirle.
713-228-3030. Te atendemos las 24 horas del día. Recuerda, el abogado en quien puedes confiar es Cristóbal Galindo, el abogado de la raza. ¿Tienes enojo, rencor, ansiedad, frustración, celos? Entonces ven a la terapia emocional que cambiará tu vida desde la primera sesión. Comunícate con nosotros al 832-378-0906. Haz tu cita ya. El cambio lo verás inmediatamente. Precios al alcance de todos. 832-378-0906. Ven y sana con Vania. Life Coach y certificada con Brian Weiss.
Te traemos un abogado que sí apoya a la raza. Se llama Cristóbal Galindo. La consulta es gratis y hasta él va para tu casa. Si acaso te han chocado, si acaso te han lastimado, es que el teléfono llama deprisa. Él sí te va a atender. Con él sí vas a poder ganar el dinero que necesitas. Márcale ahorita al abogado recomendamos los ligaditos.
Welcome back. We're talking about holistic tip, love. And we talked about the physical and emotional benefits, and we're beginning the conversation on the spiritual benefits that love has. We discussed that there are 4 points that are important to our spiritual development, and these are family, our relationship with other human beings, the relationship to ourselves, and the relationship with God. We talked about the importance of a strong family unit because it creates strong children and strong community members. And we're beginning to talk about the rest. And when we give of ourselves and we contribute to our community with our time and talent, we create a society that is strong and full of compassion. We create a community that can overcome whatever difficult situation or catastrophe, not just social or economic ails, because love has a tremendous ability to heal us all. So back to that, joining together to fight for a good cause and coming out stronger in the end. But before we can love anyone, we should learn to love ourselves, because if we don't know how to love ourselves, how can we expect anyone else to learn to love us? Love for ourselves should be a pure love, an unconditional love, a love like that of a parent for a child, a very special love for that child within whom we love above anything else. Because that love, that acceptance, that care without limit is what will forge the measure by which we measure others. And where does this love come from? That love comes from God, that great power greater than ourselves. It comes from the Christic teachings to love one another as Jesus Christ came to love and to show God's love, the resource and source of love. To fortify our relationship with God, with our higher self, with our higher power, we need to spend time with Him. So where is God? Well, God, that omnipotent force, is in all places. And God is love. We could say that being in God, we are in love. And if we are in love, we vibrate with a resonance that allows us to be in a frequency closer to God. In the book of Luke, Jesus is found praying, and his disciples ask him to teach them how to pray. In the book of Matthew, Jesus teaches his disciples how to pray with simplicity. This is the prayer that Jesus taught the apostles. It is said that the prayer, Our Father, is a prayer that creates a vibration that raises us, that it is a prayer that produces a creative light effect that creates a vibration of peace, hope, and love. This isn't an individual prayer. It is a prayer that prays for others. It is a prayer that connects us with others, with our community. Perhaps that is why it is a prayer of love, because it unites us with the thought forms that bring us those benefits of love. The effects that benefit our health, our emotions, and our spiritual health. And perhaps that is the secret of love, that it is larger than what we have yet comprehended. Well, friends, we've reached the end of our episode. I hope that you found the subject of love interesting as it affects our health and wellness. Maybe you can begin to adopt some of those tips and see what happens on your side. Remember, you can watch past episodes on our YouTube channel, and I'll be back next week with a new guest. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.
El programa anterior fue un programa pagado y las opiniones emitidas en el mismo no representan la opinión de CBBA Radio ni de sus patrocinadores.